The other day I was getting my groceries from Summerfields.
Oh yeah. Jesus. Shin, how much money do you make as a professional fluffer that you can afford to shop at Summerfields? I mean, come on.
10 copper an hour. It's nuts, yeah. 10 coppers. 10 whole coppers.
Oh, God, man,
And I don't
you're
mean I don't mean
rolling in it.
copper as in the mineral, I mean policemen. They actually pay me in policemen and then I sell them on
Yeah,
the black market as body slaves.
yeah.
They're really
So
great
that
at
so
rubbing
that
it
when
down.
you need to
Although
go
I
to
should
Summerfields, you've got all the protection that you need.
Yeah, I've got a huge retinue of policemen. And the greatest thing is you know policemen have those weird hats in England,
Yeah,
those big kind of bucket hats.
yeah.
There's actually a law that states if a pregnant woman needs to go to the bathroom, a policeman has to offer her his hat to do it in. Isn't that the weirdest thing?
That it's pretty weird, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, come on, pregnant women, you got to help them
Yeah, it's
out. I mean,
important. Yeah,
if they need a
when you got
hand
to
with
go, you
anything.
got to go. You know.
Yeah, and that's true too. When you got to go, you do have to
That
go.
reminds me of the
I
time
won't
actually.
lie.
I was going to a football match at
Look at the pool.
the local football stadium when I was a younger guy, and
Oh
my
yeah.
friends were into football. I wasn't so much, but I joined my friends on an adventure, an outing to the football stadium, where we
Yeah.
watched a game of football. And this is the proper football, you know, with the actual ball to the feet, football,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
rather than egg ball, which they play in America. And egg ball,
Wow.
hand egg.
I
No, that's
think
what
you're
it's
gonna
called.
catch some flack for that one, Shin.
No, it's honestly there's this big argument, and it's a delicate issue because it's one of the big things. What's more hardcore, rugby or American football? And people often say that, oh, in rugby you don't wear pads, so it's more hardcore. But the truth is, if you're wearing these, oh
Oops.
crikey, oh no, the creeper's out. Careful. If you're wearing these pads, it's actually more dangerous to actually hit somebody while they're wearing pads. So I don't know. I think that creeper
Whoops.
down. I think American football and rugby are pretty kind of. They're both pretty rough sports. So I'm
They
gonna
are.
be very diplomatic and join neither side of that fence because they're both
Yeah.
great sports. Where was I going? Football, right? Yeah. So my friend, we're coming out. We're coming out of the stadium, and my friend's just passed his driving test. But you know how kids, when they get their first car, they do kind of weird stuff to it. He'd installed this
Yeah.
horn that instead of going honk, it went da 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 da. And so
Yeah.
we're in this
I've
queue
got
to
one of
get
those.
out, and he's frustrated with the guy in front, and so he goes, "Oh, come on!" and he bashes his horn, and it goes da 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 da, and he's just left
Nice.
red-faced, making clown circus
Oh,
noises in the middle of traffic, and everyone just looks at him like, "Wow, wow, that's just terrible. Isn't that just something?"
I
God,
love this. I
I
love the
hate
sound
that.
effect.
What? I'm going
What?
for it over here, Sips. This is the real deal. I am a
You
real
are.
American.
Oh, I think I prefer. Man, God, I love the Million Dollar Man. What a fantastic bastard.
Lovely.
Money,
Because
money, money, money,
it's almost
money.
as good as the Shawn
Do,
Michaels
do,
theme.
do, do.
How does that go?
Oh yeah. Hands off the merchandise, ladies.
Oh
uh,
God. I'm just a
God, yeah.
sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your
Oh
boy
man.
toy. Boy toy.
I'd be your boy toy, Shin. I mean, if you'd have me.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have to double cross you though. Come off the top ropes and drop an elbow between your shoulder blades.
DDT my ass.
Yeah, that's how I wrestle.
Just DDT my ass into the mat. God damn
Hardcore.
it.
Yeah,
God damn it.
into the mat,
Right into the mat.
and then I'd get on the mic. I'd knock out the ref just because, and then I'd get on the mic and I'd shout a challenge and I'd mention that I've slept with your girlfriend and I wrecked your car.
Oh yeah.
And then you'd see me walk off stage into the parking lot and I'd get like steel drums that were strangely light
Oh okay.
and just bounce them off of your car while the cameras are
Oh.
rolling, of course. Then you'd come around the corner, all pumped up, and strangely enough, in your wrestling gear, considering you were out for a jog, and
In a
we'd have a
helicopter, like a mini one-man helicopter.
yeah, and we'd have a fight in the
God yeah.
parking lot because you'd flown the helicopter
Whoop whoop
inside
whoop
the
whoop
parking
whoop.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And
We'd just
you'd be
fight,
trying to punch the windscreen of the helicopter, but I'd be like, flying, hovering away and stuff.
and then I'd drop kick the helicopter and you'd thought the helicopter would break and climb out of the wreckage. Your clothes will have burning, cold fury, cold rage in your eyes, and it's curtains for me.
That's an epic fight. I'm just a sexy boy.
Sexy boy. Say what you see.
See what I see? See what I
Now
see?
then, now then, now then. Jim will
No, I
fix
don't see it,
Sips,
Sjin. It's gone.
Sips. I've got a letter here
Yeah.
from young Mr. Sips. He's signed in. He says creepers have blown up his electric furnace. Now, what can we do to fix him, guys? Okay. And then he pulls out an M16. Let's go hunt some creepers. Mother truckers. And then there's Jimmy Savile. He's put on his woodland camo bandana. Eat shit, creepers. Daka, 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 daka.
Yeah.
And then it just turned into Rambo 5, starring Jimmy
Oh,
Savile.
sweet. Jim will fix it with an M16. God, an M16 will pretty much fix anything.
Oh, thank me lucky stars. I'm from Wales.
Yeah,
And
you're
such.
you're the lucky one. You are the lucky one.
Well, yeah, not a lot of people know that I was actually born in Wales. I was born in both New Zealand and Wales because,
Nice.
well, my mother half gave birth to me on the slopes of Mount Doom, and everyone knows Lord of the Rings was filmed in New Zealand. But
Yeah.
halfway through, the air ambulance arrived and flew me back to Wales, where I was delivered. Yeah.
Cool. And it was obviously Sauron that delivered you when you were
Yes.
when you were born.
I was delivered by the Dark Lord.
He didn't use his hands either because that would just be completely uncivilized. He
Absolutely
used
not, no.
mind powers to pull you out of your mum.
Yeah, it's called telekinesis.
What a mental image. People discount Jello as a building material, but it is actually very good. I mean, you can make a lot of cool stuff with Jello, and a lot of stuff that can take the weight too. I mean, you can take a lot of weight on Jello if you had to hold 20 concrete slabs, for example, or you maybe just wanted to make an entire crane out of Jello. It wobbles around a lot.
Yeah.
But it makes that funny sound when it wobbles, so everybody loves it. It's like when you have one of those big saws. Who's that guy, Sjin? The guy that uses all that shit to make the sounds, and he makes music with it.
Big Show?
With the beard. Who?
The Big Show.
Big Show. No, I'm thinking
Oh,
of...
no, Rolf Harris. Rolf Harris.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking of something else, yeah.
Yeah. Rolf.
When you said sounds, I thought you said body slam.
Oh, yeah. I can see how you made that mistake. That's an amateur mistake, though, Sjin.
Well,
You're just not listening out for the right stuff. Rolf Harris. It's not Rolf Harris. Rest in peace. He's like Braveheart. That's exactly like Braveheart, the ending of Braveheart. When he's laying down on the chopping block and they say, off with his head, and then those pistons activate and crush him with stone. Man,
yeah.
that was such a cool movie. I loved all that.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And Catherine Zeta-Jones' presence as well as the Michelin Man was, superb. She pulled it off.
I know,
she
but
really pulled it off.
I think she was a bit too liberal with her granting of Michelin stars, though, because she was just sort of prancing around like a fairy and like sprinkling Michelin stars all over the place, and like all of those Scottish restaurants were like, hell yeah, we're listed.
Yeah.
But it means nothing. They didn't do all the work. Sjin. I hate
It means
that.
not a damn thing, does it? It's
Exactly. We don't even have an item 5. Why did you make it item 6?
I don't know. I thought we had a 5.
You're just skipping tasks. God.
Hey.
It's like
Give
when
me
they
a
used to
break.
build those buildings in the olden days and they never put a floor 13 because it was bad luck.
Well, it is.
Is item 5 your floor 13, Sjin? Is that
Item
is that
5.
what's going on here?
Number 5. Well, me and the number 5 have a very poor history. I used to be an avid gambler at dog racing.
Yeah.
And one time, well, number 5 was my lucky number. I used to always bet on dog number 5, and 9 times out of 10 he'd come in, number 1, get me a fine bonus. But one time, the last time, and I went dog racing, and the last time I've ever been dog racing, number 5 flew.
Wow. What, like with goggles and a cape on? just flew in the air. Just decided,
Yeah. So
fuck all of you. I'm flying today.
I can't stop bringing back the memory without just flying myself into hysterics. But yeah. Number 5.
Giggling like
Number
a
5,
woman.
Put on a pair of goggles, much like Duncan's, and a cape, and just flew away. And I lost all my money.
Was there like a little trumpet sound before he took off that went a bit like this? Do 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 do, and then he took flight. Was that pretty much how it went, Sjin?
Yeah, that's
Am I close?
Pretty much exact. Well, almost. It was a do 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 do, and then it broke into Run DMC.
Oh man.
So, but he still flew away. I lost all my cash, and there you go.
You lost all your cash.
Mm.
You were crying. You were like that guy in the movie with like you were just standing on the road with your pockets hanging out of your pants because to signify that you had no money after betting on dog number 5, and you had clown paint on your face with an eternal frown painted on your face. And your pockets hanging out of your jeans. What's that from? Why am I getting like a visual in my mind of a clown, a sad clown with his pockets sticking out of his pants? I don't get it, Sjin.
I think wasn't that Speed 2, Cruise Control?
Oh my God, he's such a cheater.
Jeez.
Now everybody knows. Who is it? Strippin? Strippin is like a non-cheater.
And
though.
Duncan, yeah.
He's like the biggest cheater.
He's
pretty much the biggest cheater.
One time I was playing poker with him in Vegas, and I had a royal flush, and he somehow pulled out a double royal flush, and at the time I didn't think anything of it. I thought, wow, 2 royal flushes. I didn't even know you could get 10 cards. But then later somebody pointed out to me he was actually cheating. So he had a card underneath his deck, the table, and he was dealing himself twice as many cards. So yeah, the more you know.
Oh God.
Yeah.
The more you know. God damn it.
Yeah.
What a cheater, Sjin. I didn't realize he was such a cheater, actually.
So I flipped the table and said, I demand all my rupees back, or I will tell the world. And he laughed in my face, Sips. He laughed in my face, and I went home crying.
Yeah, it's probably because you said rupees, and when actually the currency of the game was ducats. So that might have had something to do with it, Sjin.
Egg on my face.
It always catches you out. Doesn't it? All right. I'm fixing this all up down here. Sorry, you were saying, Sjin. I interrupted you because I was trying to send a message to Duncan. What were you saying about what were you building?
Well, I was saying
I wasn't actually paying any attention. Sorry. I
was telling you why the Green Goblin never beats Spider-Man, but now you've missed it. I don't think I care to repeat. Really?
Is it because Spider-Man has worse body odor than the Green Goblin? And when it comes down to it, powers for powers, they're matched evenly. But Spider-Man just forgets to put his deodorant on in the morning. Then he puts on that tight costume and he sweats like a racehorse in it all day long. And then the Green Goblin just can't handle it anymore.
Can't compete with that.
He's overwhelmed by the putrid stench coming from Spider-Man's armpits.
It's quite right.
God damn it.
It's quite right. But not only that, Spider-Man knows the mandible claw, which makes him a very fearsome opponent as well. The last time they had a cage match, I think Spider-Man came off the roof because he's a spider. He can do that. And launched the mandible claw into the Green Goblin's mine shaft. Creeper!
Wow! Right into his mine shaft. Good God! How did Spider-Man get any precious minerals and ores after that happened?
That's it. That's it. Then what's the Green Goblin's corporation called? I forget. That place where they live. The big. Is it Robco?
I think it's Degrassi Junior High. I think.
So Degrassi Junior High was left without any funds, any money at all.
Yeah.
They went bankrupt, and so the Green Goblin had to sell his mask just to buy, pay for cocktail sausages. And obviously, without the mask, he's not the Green Goblin. So, GG, Spider-Man. Good game.
Yeah, GG. It's all over. It's all over, Green Goblin.
Yeah, he's just
you big dummy. Oh my
just
god.
not MLG enough.
He's not MLG. No, it's true, Sjin. He's not even in the slightest bit MLG. Not like me and you anyway. No, I don't mind it. I mean, it could be more exciting, but it doesn't need to be.
Are you in
It's
your
not a
element,
requirement for me.
Sips? Are you in the zone?
I'm pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, Sjin, I'd say. Pretty much.
Much like Iron Man is in his steel suit when Harry met Sally. You're in the zone.
Yeah. He's in the zone big time. When he met Sally, he was never more in the zone than when he met Sally. I mean, he couldn't even concentrate on what she was saying or anything, because he was just like, this friend was like, Harry, I'd like you to meet my friend Sally. And normally people would be like, when they see somebody and they fall in love, they'd just be like, oh my god, like it would go all slow motion. You'd hear some like nice romantic music and stuff. But Harry was so in the zone because he was thinking about pipes and other stuff. That he was just like, oh hey Sally, and he was thinking about pipes, and then the movie ended. It was a bit awkward for Sally. Sally actually thought that Harry was like pretty attractive, and she was getting ready to like, have his babies and stuff. But Harry was just like, whatever, thinking about pipes.
Oh, whoa.
Just
Well, what's
thinking
this?
about pipes.
He's probably cheated some in, so I don't know.
Well, this is it. I mean, you can never tell with Duncan because he's just such a freaking cheater.
Yeah.
Always cheating. He's like basically at this point devoted his whole life to cheating. Oh my god.
Did I tell you about that time I was playing cards with him in Las Vegas, and
Yeah.
I had 4 of a kind, and
Yeah.
he's definitely riled. And I
was
thought,
was this the time that he did a royal flush and it blocked the toilet? Like the toilet was blocked because of the royal flush.
yeah, he pulled out a royal flush, and then before I could pull out my 5th card, because I actually had 5 of a kind, he flooded the casino because the royal flush had just gummed up the pipes with cards and
Gummed up the pipes so badly, yeah.
Yeah, and the
I hate
5th
when that
card
happens with
in
the
my
royal
5 of a
flush.
kind. Yeah, the 5th card in my
Yeah.
5 of a kind floated away, and I was like, no, I had 5 of a kind, and he was like, prove it. And I was like,
You were rumbled at that point.
Yeah.
You were just like she.
I was up Shit's Creek without an ace of spades.
You didn't even have a paddle, did you? Oh god.
No, I
That's
could
the
have
worst.
made
That is
a
the
paddle with a makeshift paddle with a card and a cocktail stick
Yeah.
from my martini, but I didn't think about it at the time, and I just lost all my rupees.
You lost all. Oh, I hate when I lose all my rupees.
I'm building the interview chamber. It's going pretty well. I'm at the framework at the moment, but something's nagging me because I'm thinking about going to see the new Mark Wahlberg movie.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the trailer for that? It's a rom-com
Yeah.
with that animated kind of stuffed bear,
All right.
Winnie the Pooh,
Okay.
and it looks pretty good. But
Does he fall in love with Winnie the Pooh?
I think he does, but that's when what's that little pig guy? Piglet. Yeah, Piglet comes around the corner, and he's the story is about basically Piglet becoming addicted to drugs, and Winnie tries to save him, but Piglet's all about the coke, the mad balls of cocaine up the nose,
Yeah.
because he's got a massive pig snout, and so ultimately when it comes down to it, Winnie just gives up, and he finds Mark Wahlberg, and they make out, and it's beautiful. But then Winnie kind of bucks his ideas up because, hey, hang on a sec, this dreamboat Mark Wahlberg has just strolled into Winnie's life, and is stealing the love of his life from him. So there's like a montage. He shapes up. It looks pretty good.
Is this after Mark Wahlberg qualifies for the World Series baseball team, who are the underdogs? Then they go to the World Series and win the World Series, and Winnie, at the last second, remembers that he actually is in love with Mark Wahlberg, And then when the team have won the game in the World Series, Winnie actually runs onto the baseball pitch and starts making out with Mark Wahlberg. Very awkward because it's obviously Winnie the Pooh is all in CGI. So for most of the movie, because it's a long love scene, most of the movie it's just Mark Wahlberg sort of standing in the middle of a baseball diamond, making out with thin air.
I didn't know you'd seen it, Sips.
I think it was a hard one. I think it was a hard one for them to film, but there you go.
Where's the crafting table, Sips?
I moved it.
There's supposed to be a crafting table here.
I know. I moved it. I moved it down in the workshop. I noticed, Sjin, that neither of us are actually paying any attention to what each other is saying. We're just like totally Lego talking. It's Lego talk.